back. Welcome back, Raptor fans and also RaptorScope watchers. There's a few OGs out there. I know I still have 69, 70 followers. I don't know, it goes up and down. But I'm back. We are back. RaptorScope is back. Raptors are back. The NBA is back. And we are up by 7 in the third quarter. As you can see, we're doing a new format. Obviously, we used to do just more commentary, more talking about things, Raptor topics, stuff going around in the ethos. But we've been watching the Raptors for a few years now, since the championship. And, at first we had Kawhi leaving as the reason why we couldn't play well, or why we couldn't get back to a, championship level team. I personally think we got screwed over with the bubble and COVID and, a bunch of the other NBA teams not passing along a center, but hoarding a 4 or 5. We'll get into all that. We'll get into the conversations, but really, just glad to be back doing this. It's been quite a while since before the championship, which maybe I should have made some different choices. Maybe, who knows where we would have been if we kept doing this before the championship and continued through. So, but that being said, blessed to Tristan, blessed to Picasso. They were in the trailer there as the old partners in crime. But they're off living their lives and everything. RaptorScope was always something that I thought up. Picasso was actually a big part of it. He was a big catalyst for us being going on YouTube all together. So, shout out to Picasso, shout out to Tristan, who revived it with his loose talk about Kyle Lowry. Whoa, brought out a whole video and brought it back a little bit, but then came COVID. Obviously, we had to live through that, but it's over now. Basketball's back now, and potentially the Raptors are back. I don't know about you, but with Bucks a little weekend, and Indiana Pacers quite weekend, and the Boston Celtics also quite weekend, opportunity knocks. It's not much you can do but see that the East is a bit open. The West is stacked. I don't feel any envy for any of those teams over in the West trying to play. Last night, Houston versus OKC, double overtime. First game of the season? Good grief. Damn. It was a great game. It was a great first game of the year. OKC held it down, of course. Shea Gilgeous, Hamilton represent. Toronto adjacent. We not that far, so you kind of with us. Nah. You Canadian. Canada represent. Anyway, long story short is they took it home after 2 overtimes, and that was a great game to watch. We're facing the Hawks tonight. As you might be able to tell, we changed the focus of the show to more of a stats-based versus type show. I have a couple fantasy leagues, and I'll be the first to tell you, it makes NBA ball exciting. Personally, I love NBA basketball all my life. It's a family thing. Right now, I know my family, my father, my brothers, they're right in front of the TV right now. But it was getting a little politicized here and there. Some moves by some teams were being rejected. The LeBron, the decision thing. Around that era, I kind of fell off basketball. LeBron was a little bit exciting to watch, him versus Boston, moving to Miami, etc. But it was too much, not enough basketball involved in those things. I definitely fell off basketball, and fantasy brought me back. So hey, maybe I could bring some people back towards the Raptors. We get a lot of flack for whatever we get it for. We get flack for everything. Siakam spinning, RJ Barrett, nothing. He's amazing. He's just been amazing. I think there's trade rumors. Why would we trade him? I mean, maybe he's getting paid a little bit. New York kind of paid him a bit. We took on that, and perhaps we got to talk about that. But the point is, this season, I think the Raptors are liable to do something special if they feel like it. They could end up there sort of like, another team from Toronto. Let me think about who they are. Toronto Blue Jays, baby. That's part of the reason why we're so late here. I was watching the Blue Jays all the way down to 3 nights ago. Springer's home run. That's crazy. That was an amazing experience. We're going to the World Series. And the Raptors, they look like they're winning the first game of the season. So, you know, it's all smiles all around. Not to mention that we back. And we will see you again soon. We'll be having episodes every Saturday and every Monday. Who should have done what? Who didn't do what? Who missed their shots? Who should have hit more shots? Steals, 3-pointers, rebounds, stocks. Stocks are steals and blocks together. Technically, we just want to know if that player was playing defense. And, you know, we'll break down why we're doing well or why we're doing trash. Hopefully, you stay tuned. Raptor fans and RaptorScope watchers. I'm going to finish watching the game. Hope to see you back watching RaptorScope soon. And definitely watching the Raptors. Peace out.